Sports Moz gang, what is going on? Look, there's a video out where Max Kellerman predicted everything correctly for the Warriors, and he might be the only one to say it. So there's a video out after Kevin Durant left the Warriors and Klay Thompson towards the ACL, and they wanted to know, is the Warriors dynasty over? So let's see what Max had to say about it.
And Denver and Utah are also going to be tough. Look, I agree. It's LA this year in the NBA. That's what it's going to come down to in the Western Conference, I think. And
2019
like
when they traded for AD.
You can make a hell of a case for the Lakers. So where does that leave Golden State? Where does that right? And we'll argue about that all season, I'm sure. Where does that leave Golden State? On the outside looking in, particularly with Klay Thompson not available for, we'll see if he plays next season at all.
That makes sense.
They still have Steph. They still have Dre. They brought in D'Angelo Russell. We'll see if they keep him or flip him. But the point is, the real essence of that team, to me, more than anything, is Steph and Draymond. Will they make the playoffs? I believe they will. They will not. If they win a playoff series, that's a big thing for them. They're not going to advance far. Does that mean it's the end of the dynasty? Does a dynasty need no break in making the finals in order to still be a dynasty? I contend, Stephen A., that in the 80s we had concurrent dynasties. The Lakers and the Celtics, they're both dynasties. But there were seasons where one or the other did
okay, right there, he's spitting. You don't need to make it to the finals every damn year to be a dynasty.
not make the finals. Philadelphia won a championship in there. Sometimes neither one won the finals. Yet they were concurrent dynasties because the core of each team remained the same, and those teams had success on the highest levels year in and year out. Even if they got stopped in the conference finals, they were competing for titles. The kind of highest level of intensity of the dynasty is over. I agree with that.
I
think the Golden State Warriors will win a championship in the future with a core of Steph, Klay, and Draymond. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be, but I think they have enough time going forward that they will do that. And therefore, since they will also be a powerhouse every year while those guys are healthy and together, I can't say the dynasty's over yet because they're not done winning championships, in my opinion.
Bro, okay. First off, let's address this. Max low-key hit on every point. As long as you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green healthy, the Warriors are fucking contending. And at that time, a lot of people thought they were over, that since Kevin Durant was gone, they had no more chance to win. And look, Max has had a lot of takes on the Warriors where he's low-key hated. He did say that he would have Andre Iguodala take a shot over Steph Curry if the world depended on it, which is fucking ludicrous. But look, my man was right, bro. The D'Angelo Russell thing, he talked about that they might flip it, and that's exactly what we did. We got Andrew Wiggins for it. Steph Curry showed this year that he can fucking lead a team as the #1 guy. He got that 4th ring, and look, they took 2 years off, and like Max said, you don't need to be in the finals every year if you're a dynasty. There are off years, and the Warriors had 2 injury-driven years, but you know what they did? They came back. They got another ring. That's 4 championships in 8 years. Who else can say that? Not many teams. This is a dynasty, and Max was on point with this one. Every single other person out there was doubting them, and look, I'm sure there's other takes by Max when, I think after Klay tore his Achilles where he thought they were done, and that I'll pull that up. But I wanted to show someone that's actually saying, something that actually worked out. Max with the prophetic, he predicted it, and he got this right now when many people didn't. I actually like Max. I think he's pretty smart. He has some bad takes, but this is a good one. Let's see what Stephen A. had to say after.
Well, Max, I'm glad that you emphasized that because for clarification purposes, I'm just saying they're not going to the finals this year. I'm not saying that, I'm not taking the position that, okay, I'm not refuting your notion that you don't have to go to the finals every year to be a dynasty. I agree with that because you might not go to the finals next year, but you might go to the finals 2 years from now. And then over the span of 10 years, you might have been in the finals 7 or 8 times. So I get that. But I am saying that I believe in the LeBron James, Anthony Davis era, with the Kawhi Leonard, Paul George era, I'm going to be hard-pressed to foresee the Golden State Warriors being in the finals over the next 2 years. I think they'll be one of the Final 4 teams next year. I think they're going to get to the semifinals of the Western Conference if Klay Thompson comes back healthy. I think they're going to make some noise.
What do you think of the Golden State front office?
Say what?
What do you think of the Golden State front office?
Well, to me, I'm a fan of Bob Myers. I think Steve Kerr's phenomenal.
Yep.
But I'm a huge fan of Joe Lacob. No question about it.
So the ownership and the front office and the coach are all strong.
And I know he's a winner.
I'm particularly talking about player acquisition, right, and drafting. What I'm saying is this. They acquired D'Angelo Russell. I do not believe he will be there for the long term. But I do think he's a good trading chip, right? I think he's a good asset. So when you talk about when Clay gets healthy, you have two of maybe the two greatest shooters ever in their primes on the same team at the same time with Draymond Green, still maybe at the tail end of his prime, and an asset you can flip for something else really good, and a team that can draft and develop players. They're going to be a powerhouse for the foreseeable future, but they're going to take a break next year because Clay won't be available.
Well,
that's it.
Bro, Max literally, okay, look, I didn't even listen to the second part, and that first part is what I was originally referencing, but now it's like, okay, this dude is fucking like spot on. He predicted that we would flip D'Angelo Russell, and we flipped him for A. Wiggins, that the ownership and the fucking GM and coach would be able to draft and develop. That's exactly what they did with Jordan Poole, with Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody. You got James Wiseman, and look, you have Steph, Clay, Draymond. Like I said, they've never lost a series when those three guys have started every fucking game. And look, eventually they'll lose one, but Max is spot on right here, guys. And look, Stephen A, okay, I respect it. At that time in 2019, I didn't predict them to win a championship the next year either. But for the people that said that they were done, that they counted them out just because Kevin Durant's not there, those guys got a lot of crow that they need to eat, man. So look, this is one of those classic good takes by an analyst. And if you look back, usually, you know, these guys look wrong. But look, Max Kellerman, I got to give you your props. Stephen A, I'm not going to hate on you for this one. You didn't say anything ludicrous at that time. But Max Kellerman was spot on. And I feel like everything he said, it sort of came true, guys. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. And Sports More is out.